It's been over a year since I did my last full sneaker collection, so we're gonna bring you guys a fresh one today. Make sure to leave a comment throughout this video as you see some of your favorite pairs. I wanna know what you guys are feeling in the collection and what you're not. Leave a like on this video and of course, subscribe to the channel. We have 3 different rooms to go to. We're gonna start with downstairs, so let's get right into it. All right, so starting downstairs, this is where I keep all of my dailies and mostly just my most worn sneakers for the most part. If I'm leaving the crib real quick to go run an errand, like usually I'll just grab something off of this rack right here. It's kind of a theme here. These are all just very neutral color shoes, so I can throw them on with basically anything at any point. So that's kind of why most of these are here. All the Jordans, Nikes, stuff like that are gonna be upstairs anyway. But we'll start it off here on this top rack. 3 of my favorite pairs of Converse up here. This first pair is the Converse Chuck Taylor, and this is a collaboration with the brand Noter. I grew up wearing a lot of Converse and Vans before I got into like actual sneakers. This is a lot of the stuff that I was wearing. So now that I'm more into shoes, I really find myself grabbing a lot of the collaborations that they do. You guys will see some like Fear of God Vans and stuff upstairs. This kind of falls into that category. So they did this really sick quilted pattern right here in this gray colorway. They also did another pair in the Noter collaboration. It's a little bit more similar to this pair right here. This isn't it, but it's just kind of like an all brown colorway. This was just like a GR pair that I picked up for like 60, 70 bucks. I really love this pair as well. Just like an all brown pair. I actually wore these today with this fit. So yeah, I was rocking these earlier, but just simple Converse, something I can throw on with anything. Picked those up, I think earlier this year. Again, pretty cheap. Retails on these as well, so it doesn't really hurt to buy them. Another pair right here, I picked these up at Kith in Miami, I believe. We were there for a Sneakercon event at the time. These are a couple years old. I actually beat these really bad, and I had my boy Pablo at the store clean them up for me, so shout out to Hayden and Pablo for keeping my kicks clean whenever I need them. Don't really wear the Kith ones too much just because of the all over monogram print, but anytime I need a pretty solid or simple shoe, I'll just go ahead and throw these on. Next up, I have a whole row of the Stepney Workers Club S Strikes. These are some of my favorite sneakers right now. These 2 pairs right here, they actually sent over to me. Really love this silhouette. Reminds me a lot of the Vans that I was wearing when I grew up. It just has a little bit more of like class to them, I would say, and a really nice platform. Canvas material, and then you got like a leather pair right here. Really love these silhouettes. Very affordable sneakers as well. So thank you to my guy for sending me out a couple pairs. Yeah, those get worn at least a couple times a week, if not more. Probably my most worn shoe as of like the last year. This is the Stussy 1-star Converse Low. Picked these up again for like 100 bucks. As you can tell, I wear these all the time. I wear them to the gym. I'll wear them to the store like 5 times a week. Just something I can slip on. Goes with pretty much everything. And I just really love this pair. Looking for the high tops in these as well. But yeah, I beat these up pretty bad. Like the sole's starting to come off it and everything. Really love this shoe though. Definitely need to grab another one. Another pair of Converse, a great colorway. There's also 2 colorways in these as well. These are the Fear of God Essentials Chuck Taylors, Converse highs. Really love these. Great colorway. You guys have probably seen these on my Instagram like a million times. Another pair that I get a lot of wear out of. Again, another great simple neutral colorway. Basically all the same theme down here, but I like to have a little bit of a different silhouette. If I'm gonna be wearing the same colorway, I like to have a little bit of a different style to choose from. These right here are the Drake Nocta Air Force Ones. Basically just a plain white Phaso. Just really nice tumbled leather on these. They come with the beads. I just didn't end up doing the lace swap on these. I really just wear these because I like the leather. Quality is way better and just an easy beater to throw on. But now anytime I buy a white Air Force, it's got to be these. Once you get this quality on the Air Force, you really don't want to go back. These down here are just Drew's completely cooked needleworks. I don't even know why I touched those, to be honest. And then I just got some running shoes down here and then just some gym shoes, slides like that. This right here is probably my favorite pair in the crib right now. Unfortunately, this is not my pair of shoes though. This is the Nike SB Dunk Low Bucks. This is actually Johnson's pair. I went over to his house the other day. If you guys know Johnson, you know he has probably the craziest sneaker collection I've ever seen in my entire life. In person at least, I know some people got some crazy collections out there, but I was just giving him some crap because he wears his neutral grays every day and he just has some crazy grails. I'm like, Johnson, you need to knock some dust off some of these. Like, let me help you out. So he's like, yeah, just take the Bucks. And I was like, yeah, I'll take the Bucks. So I ended up wearing these this week. That's why they're down here. Got to get these back to the homie. But thank you, Johnson, for letting me rock these one time. Really, really cool pair. These ain't the Brazils, if you know what I'm saying. So those are just kind of some of the dailies, more simple stuff. We're gonna head up into my room right now and check out most of my sneakers. I'm dead. All right, now we are in my bedroom. This is where I keep most of my shoes, and then I keep some of like my higher end or like grail type shoes in the closet in the room next door. So we'll start in here. These are two pairs that have been in my collection for a very long time. These I actually got on drop day. My boy hit these for retail at a PacSun. This is the second version, actually technically the third version of the Fear of God Vans. I believe this pair is the Marshmallow pair. I don't even want to tell you guys what I paid for these. It was like $500 maybe four, something like that. But at the time, that's just kind of what you had to pay for something like this. I'm a big fan of Jerry Lorenzo, big fan of Fear of God, and yeah, it was just something I needed. Do I wear them a lot now? Not really, but I just can't ever sell them because I know down the line I'll never get them back. This pair, on the other hand, went for like $1,200, $1,300 at the time, and I got these for like maybe $150. Very beat, but it was just kind of one I had to have, the original Fear of God van. Don't really ever wear these. Maybe once a year I'll break them out just for the nostalgia, but just kind of collector's items at this point. I really love both of these. If you guys have been around the sneaker game around the time that these were kind of hot and popping, you kind of know why I had to end up with them. So out of my Vans collection over the years, these two have stuck around the longest. I've gotten rid of a lot of my other pairs, donated a lot of them. They're not really worth anything to sell, but there's an old video from very long ago. It's not up anymore. It was on my old channel, and it was my Vans collection. It was like a 40-minute video, like hundreds, like almost 100 pairs of Vans I had at the time. So those were kind of like the two stragglers that kind of got left behind. So really love those. This pair right here, one of my most worn shoes in my entire collection. Had to give them a break this year. I kind of leaned off of them, but I'm probably gonna find another pair. I told Brandon to be on the lookout for me for a size 10. So if any of you guys watching have one, you just let me know. But this is the New York to Paris Nike SB Jordan 1. These actually have like another colorway under them, so you can strip the paint off, and they're like pink and orange under. I personally just really love this colorway. It's so neutral, very easy to wear, and then it has like little details in the leather because the leather under it is a different color. You just get like a really sick color on the trim of these, pinks and oranges around this shoe. Very easy to wear though. I absolutely love this shoe. It's got all kinds of random stains on it from honestly who knows what. This pair, I think I'm on my second or third pair of these. I always sell them and then I end up back with them. I don't think I'll ever sell these again though. This is the Toro Bravo Jordan 4, one of me and Johnson's favorite Jordan 4s, and it's just a beautiful colorway. It's really loud, but I just think it's one of the sickest ones I've ever done. I hope they don't retro it, to be honest. If they do, I hope it's got some Nike Air on the back, but I just really love this colorway. I love breaking these out. Really only at a sneaker events is when I wear them, because again, it's a really loud shoe and 4s aren't the most comfortable shoes. So hopefully I don't end up selling those ones again. This pair right here, this is the Pure Money Jordan 4. These are absolutely cooked. This is my first pair. I just recently bought another pair of these that are in a lot better condition, but the all white Jordan 4 can't go wrong. I'm definitely more of a Pure Money guy than a Black Cat guy. If you ever see me in a pair of Black Cat 4s, call the cops. It's a little criminal in my opinion, but hey, to each their own. This pair I picked up on drop day. Actually, technically a little bit before drop day because Cowtown Skate Shop got these a little bit early. Some guy hit them for retail down the street, came in the store same day, and I picked them up for like $320 off of him. Now these are going for like $400 or $500. So at the time I paid a little high, but in hindsight, got a pretty good deal on these. So I'm happy about that. I really love these. They say that these are supposed to be comfortable. The pine greens are supposed to be a little more comfortable than other Jordan 4s because it's an SB, but it's still a Jordan 4. So it is a little more comfortable, but it's still uncomfortable to say the least. But I hope they do a couple other colorways in these. I know that they kind of teased it a little bit. I've gotten some good amount of wears on these, but I kind of broke them out a little too much when they first dropped. So kind of waiting it out a little bit, letting everyone else wear their pairs, and maybe I'll break them out a little heavier next year. Another very worn shoe in my collection. This is the Phantom Jordan 1, I believe it's called. I really like these just because the material is a little bit different. I really love contrast stitching basically on anything. We inspired an entire Common Hype short drop off of contrast stitching, which is honestly my favorite drop. I wear those shorts all the time. Available at commonhype.com if you're watching the video. Big Black Friday sale coming up too. All right, but back on track. Really love the contrast stitching on these. These are also very beat, so don't get too much wear out of these anymore. But every once in a while I'll break them out, or if I'm going somewhere where I know my shoes are gonna get a little messed up, that's definitely a pair that I will go to. Everyone's favorite Jordan 1, the Mocha Jordan 1. By the way, all my doors are broken. I've had all these cases since I was in high school, so it's been a while, but got a lot of wear out of these. The Broke Man Travis. I never had a pair of Travis highs, so this always did it for me. Did a whole 2 or 3 days in New York in these as well, so they're pretty cooked. I'll probably break these out now that it's fall, cooling down a little bit, and I'll be wearing a lot more tonal colors. I just really haven't been wearing Jordan 1s all that much lately. My style kind of is always changing, so I like to have some of my favorites and keep them around, but I really do like to liquidate and get rid of stuff I'm not wearing so I can make room for stuff that I will wear. Court Purple 1.0s are one that I had to keep because they did so many renditions of them. I was always just a really big fan of the 1.0. So this is one that I held on to. I use these in a lot of lookbooks for the Coyotes, and just anytime I need a purple shoe, this is usually the top go-to. So I really love the Court Purples. Let me know down below if you guys like the 1.0 or 2.0s better down in the comments, but me personally, I just like the color blocking a little bit better on the first version. This pair right here was actually gifted to me. We have a supporter that came into the store and wanted to show me some love on these, the denim Jordan 3s, but this is the Japan version. So if you guys can see kind of the back heel right there, it's got the Japanese on the back. Really, really cool pair. I try not to wear them too much because anything Japanese I kind of collect. So I try and not beat these up as much as all my other white shoes. I also have a pair of Reimagines in the other room, so I'll always kind of pick those over these if it's something that I know I'm just gonna be walking around. But I do like to wear these to events and stuff, show the back heel off because that's what makes those ones special. So shout out to the homie that gifted me those. Another gifted pair right here. This is the Taxi Jordan 1. I honestly don't even know what the actual name of these are, but Johnson gifted these to me last year around this time when we opened HQ. It was kind of like his congratulations on HQ gift. So shout out to you, Johnson. Got some wears in these as well. I don't think I have any brand new shoes in my collection right now. Everything's been worn at least a couple times. So shout out to Johnson for this one. Definitely one that will be staying in the collection. I'll try and break those out a little bit more this year. Next up, we have the Cherry Blossom Nike SB Dunk High. I picked these up for, I think like 150 bucks at the original Common Hype location. I think it was 2 years ago. Some guy walked in with them, had them like worn once, and he was just trying to get rid of them. They're a size 11 and they fit me really, really small. Very uncomfortable shoe, but at the time I had just got a cherry blossom tatted on my leg, and obviously I'm very intrigued with the Japanese culture, being Japanese myself, so this just seemed like a no-brainer for me. I really, really love this shoe. Anytime I wear them, I get a bunch of compliments on them because it's just not one that you see every day. I would say this is my favorite SB in my collection for sure. The Dior's right here, the B23s or B something, I don't know the exact silhouette, also gifted. So really love this one. I bring it out for like nicer occasions, stuff like that, but not one that's really getting worn on a regular basis. And then, you know, whenever I feel like dropping a quick 50, put the Grinches on one time. Moving over to this side, this is just another pair of white Fazos. You can give this one a little zoom, Chris.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Holy beater.
You gotta have a pair for the club. You know what I'm saying? I don't really go out like that, but just in case, you never know. Everyone's got a situation where they know they're gonna go somewhere and their shoes are gonna get up. So you gotta have a pair of Beat Air Forces on the back burner. Coming in at a close second for my favorite SBs, in my personal collection at least, this is the VX1000 Nike SB Dunk Low. This is just such a sick shoe. So many different details on this shoe, and being a videographer, I guess I just kind of had to have them. Brandon gifted these to me for Christmas. I think it was 2022, so maybe last year. He's like, oh, I want to get you something sick. I was like, well, if we come across a cool pair at an event, we'll just talk then. So I came across these in an event, found a 10.5. Guy had a good price, a homie that we supported too, so everything worked out, but I really love this shoe. You just can't really go wrong. Shutter speed program, white balance, record level. And I actually just wore these the other day when Papa Q was in town. Come to find out we had a size 10.5 at our Scottsdale location, and Papa Q ended up picking up our 10.5. So he was messing with them too. Kind of hard not to though. It's a really, really cool pair. So thank you to Brandon for that one. This is the Para Nike SB Dunk Low. This is the second version of them. I really like these. The colors are sick. I don't know if I'm gonna hold on to this one just because I don't really wear them that much. As cool as they are, they kind of had their wears, and now I don't really find myself gravitating to them as much just because they're so loud. This might be one that I get rid of to cop something else, but I don't know, man. When they do the little swoosh on the toe box, that's what gets me on these. Also really like gum bottoms. I never used to be a gum bottom guy, and they've just been doing a lot of SBs with gum bottoms that I just really been messing with. So really cool pair. The original pair is beautiful as well. That kind of all white pair with the colored swoosh. Can't go wrong, but I love Para, and anytime that they do a collaboration with Nike, because they usually do a really good job on it. And this right here was a pair that was gifted to me by my boy Steven. You guys know Steven. For my birthday last year. This is when Curry's were going for the high. So he was on extra homie shit when he bought these. Nowadays they've gone a lot more down, but I've got my wears out of these. I love this shoe. Very sentimental gift, so shout out to my boy Steven. Moving on down here, another pair that I bought for about like 2 something, but they were going for about 300, 400, 500 bucks at some time, and now they just restocked recently, and you can get these for a really good deal. So St. John's, really good dunk leather. This is when they dropped like the Brazils, the Syracuse, the Kentuckys, that little wave of dunks when the leather was really good. I bought those off of my boy Nate, Scottsdale Souls, who is not reselling anymore. He moved on to some marketing stuff, so Next pair though, we got the Brazils. I picked these up right around drop day. These were going for like less than 200 bucks. And then I think like Hailey Bieber or Justin Bieber or someone like that wore these and price went up on them. Beautiful leather on the Brazils. Very similar to the Bucks that you guys saw downstairs. You definitely see the difference in the price for sure, but can't go wrong with those. Neutral grays, when these dropped, it was just kind of mandatory that everyone had to have a pair. Me, Brandon, Drew, Johnson, Nate, like everyone that's ever worked for the store has probably had a pair of these. I don't really wear mine that much because I have so many other options of neutral shoes, but it's always good to have, but I'll break those out every once in a while. Moving down, I picked these up for like 80 bucks, which is just so criminal. We originally had like super duper early pairs of these and we were moving them for like 300-400 bucks. By the time the Setsubon actually dropped and hit shelves, the price went down a bunch and I was able to pick up my personal, and I really love this shoe. The color blocking's sick. They did like a cracked leather on them, and it's also Japanese inspired. So the insole on this one, there's like some print on the inside and just some other really cool details on this shoe. You have the horn logo on the back. The horns are Nike swooshes. You also have this toe box swoosh right there on the top. Really enjoy that one, and for the price, I mean, I think everyone should have that one, to be honest. Next up, the Kermits, Kermit the Frog, a little bit louder of a pair. My mom got these for me for my birthday a couple years ago or a year ago. I really love this shoe. Mom's big on Kermit, you know what I'm saying? So she had to hook it up one time. So anytime I wear these, I'll take a little fit pic, a little on foot, and send it over to my mom. Tell her I love her. I really love those shoes as well. So shout out to Mama for hooking me up with those ones. Next up, we have the Off-White, is it Pine Green? OG Off-White, one of the three. There's the like, I don't know the names. The red pair, and then there's like the navy and yellow pair. I used to have the navy and yellow pair sold to my boy Blake, and then I ended up with these ones. Shout out to homie Peyton. They got a little aged marker and hit the midsole with them. Just gave them a little flavor, but I like these. They're kind of big on me. I don't really wear them much. It's kind of one of those louder colorways that I don't really find myself wearing too often, but I do really like those. These I bought in New York. I think we actually vlogged that day, but it's the Eric Emanuel, whatever this Adidas is high, the Indiana one, and I've really never worn these, so. Yeah, I don't even know why I have them still. I was gonna skate them and then I just stopped skating. Next up, two more Sambas. This is the Mexico pair. This is my first pair of Sambas forever ago. I don't remember when I bought these, but I wore these a lot, and then Kith dropped a Samba. They did a little green heel tab, the Kith Classics, but just two simple white and green Samba colorways. But we're gonna head into the room next door, show you guys some of the heaters and some of my favorites. All right, now in the closet room, this thing gets more filled up every time there's a camera in here. I really want to do a full closet tour at some point on the Makoto Archive channel, so drop a comment down below if you guys want to see it. We will show it. This pair right here is a very sentimental pair to me. Johnson bought me these for, I think it was my 19th birthday, which is crazy because that was 3 years ago already. And I bet if you asked him, it probably didn't feel like 3 years ago to him, because it doesn't feel like 3 years ago to me. But gifted me the guavas for my birthday. I was completely blown away when he showed me these. Just a really cool gift. A great silhouette, a great sneaker. We both really loved the Union 4s, and it was a very thoughtful thing that he did for me. So shout out to Johnson for these. Every time I wear them, I think about the day that I got them. I wear them a lot in general, to be honest, but I try and kind of tone it back because I started to beat them up a little bit, and that's a pair that I want to have forever. So I got to kind of chill out with those. While I'm over here though, just show you guys these. This is the other Pure Money 4 in a lot better condition than the one you guys saw. It's funny because we bought these. I'm so mad that this happened. We went and shot the Coyotes lookbook, and it was in the mountains, and like 4 steps into the mountains, I just kicked a pile of dirt and it just killed the whole shoe. And when I bought them, they were like perfectly clean. So that kind of pissed me off, and then I'm probably pretty stupid for not cleaning them up after. I'm down here, more of a recent pickup. This is the Union Jordan 1, the newest Union Jordan 1, I should say, but I really love this shoe. I like how they did something different. The woven pattern across the whole shoe, I think is so sick. I think the colorway is beautiful. I really like these and the J Balvin 3s, just due to the white leather that has that kind of like yellow lining to it, kind of like how I talked about with the New York to Paris SB Jordan 1s. I really like when the leather has subtle details like that. I really love a good simple silhouette with subtle details. They also did like this really cool turquoise stitching around the shoe. My boy Nick Wilson actually had Vic Almighty at Reshoevnator cut his pair into a pair of low tops, and then they put like a teal swoosh on it, and I thought it was a pretty badass custom. So anyway, love this shoe a lot. I've been wearing it a good amount too. Got a good amount of wear of these when we went to Boston. It was Boston, right? Yeah. Right here is the original pair of, or one of the original pairs of the CLBs. These are pretty cooked. These have seen the bottom of a lot of restaurants and other fun places, I should say. This pair right here I picked up at Kith in LA. Shout out to the homie Colin. I told him that I really wanted these. When I first hit him about them, by the time I hit him, the pair had sold out. But when I circled back, he had just got another pair in. It was actually when we physically pulled up on him too. So got this pair, really happy about these. I think these are sick. Kind of had a little trouble styling them to begin with because I don't really wear runners like that, but I ended up finding a couple decent fits. I just posted one on Instagram a couple weeks ago, so really like these. I've worked out in them a bunch of times as well. Just a very comfortable shoe. The Asics Kith G2 2160 to be exact. I really love that colorway. I think it's really sick. Down here, as I mentioned when I was talking about the denim threes, this is the Reimagine that I will wear in replacement of it. Reimagines are just solid. Chris just picked up a pair. Saw him rocking them the other day. Looked really sick, but love the Reimagine. Beautiful silhouette, beautiful colorway. Love the Nike Air on the back as well. When I first saw them, I wasn't like the biggest fan, but once I got my own personal pair, I loved them, and I hit them for retail, so can't really be mad at that. This pair right here, shout out to the homie Hassan. He sold me these. I think I bought these on my like 20th birthday. This was the most I ever spent on a shoe actually. So this is, I think, my most expensive personal. I paid, I think $1,200 for these. Brand new, size 10, and at the time they were going for like 13, so Hassan hooked it up a little bit, and then obviously now they're going for like upwards of 2 bands. So very expensive to replace, not one I will sell, and I just really love this one. I don't really wear it too much, but again, just a shoe like for an event, I'll break it out every once in a while, but just casually, I just have so many other shoes that are similar colorways that aren't $1,300, so I try and take a little bit better care of those. I really love this pair right here. These are the Plum Nike Dunk Lows. The colorway is just sick, bunch of purple suedes. I love like the little maroon hits as well. Just a really sick colorway, one I really enjoy, and I usually break these out around this time of year, mostly winter as well. Just put a baggy ass pair of pants on and black hoodie, call it a day. So really love this one. I also had the ceramics and the veneers, like it was kind of all part of that pack, and then the dusty olives. I'm thinking like the whole 3-pack. I don't know, we'll pop some pictures on the screen. You guys know what I'm talking about though. Johnson has like all 7 of them, but yeah, I just ended up keeping that one. Other Travis I have, this is the Fragment. You guys have probably seen these a million times. There's literally dust on these because it's been so long since I wore them, but I had the reverse mochas. Wasn't really the biggest fan. I mean, I wore them, but just not enough for me to like keep them. And I paid $1,000 for my reverse mochas, so I just didn't end up holding on to those. And then the olives, I just never ended up finding in my size for a good price, so I just kind of slept on those. But at the time, there was a time where I had the big 3. Now, not so much. Moving into another birthday present from Brandon. This was my 17th birthday, maybe 18th birthday. The Jordan 1 Band, or Breads as I more like to refer them as. These are pretty cooked. You wouldn't really be able to tell, kind of more from the heels, but I've worn this shoe probably more than I even wore the UNC to Paris's. I wear these all the time, especially around this time of year. So come time where I can start wearing pants all the time, this is just one that is just easy to throw on, goes with everything. Beautiful shoe, beautiful leather. This is the 2016 pair, and I just really love this one. So shout out to B for those. He is a real one for that. I was really, really excited for that shoe when he had got it for me. Black toes I picked up at New York Got Soul. Speaking of Got Soul, we'll be at the Dallas event on the date on the screen because I don't know it off the top of my head. We'll also be in Chicago for December 15th, Got Soul. So some big events coming up that we're looking forward to. But I picked this one up in New York. This is a B grade pair. So basically had factory flaws that Nike didn't pass. They went to the outlets and someone picked them up there. And then from there, I bought them from the guy for like $120 or $140. To get a black toe for that price, I was not mad at all. I don't plan on ever selling them, so the fact that it was a B grade really doesn't bother me. Man, these are dusty as too, bro. Yeah, these are my Bread 4s. I haven't worn these since last winter, just really dusty, but Bread 4, you kind of just have to have it, especially for as much as I love the Jordan 4 silhouette. Bread's kind of a no-brainer. I picked these up for a pretty good deal. I actually think I traded for these. I think I traded my dusty olive dunk lows, and I think I added some cash on top of these from my boy Al, so shout out to the homie over at Rerun. This was a pickup that I made earlier this year, Off-White Jordan 5. These came in from the store used. This is always a pair I wanted, but I'm not really one to spend $1,000 on shoes. Kind of after that Travis for my birthday, it wasn't really something I did a lot, so these came in. They came with sole shields. I didn't put these on, but I just haven't taken them off. Once they fall off, I'll take them off, but keeps the shoe clean for now. Love this one though. Have to have the white laces. Drop a comment down below if you're the black lace kind of guy, but not really personally for me. I do love that shoe though, and I've gotten some really good wear out of it. I'm really excited to bust those out a little bit more for this winter. Just an all black pair of Adidas Samabs right here. Probably the more calm pair. I bought these. I don't really wear much though, because I don't really wear all black shoes all that often, so that's not one that really gets a lot of wears. Picked these up in LA actually when I circled back to Kith. Actually, no, I bought these the same day that I bought these Asics right here. So 2 louder pickups that day for sure. But I had just never seen this colorway. It kind of reminded me of the Gucci joints. And again, I didn't really want to spend $1,000 on a Gucci Adidas Samba, so I got the next best thing for like $100. Colorway's sick, a little bit hard to pull off, but there's plenty of different things to put together in here with it, so I've gotten away with it a couple times. This pair is a pair of gazelles. Actually, these might be gazelles too. Yeah, this is a gazelle, not a Samba, sorry. They're very, very similar though. The outsole is just a little bit different, but this is a pair of suede gazelles. I got these online for like $50. I'm super cheap, but I saw this pair and I was like, those are sick, and I wear these a lot. And then my favorite pair of Sambas, this is the Ronnie Feig Clark Adidas Samba collaboration. I've talked about these on my other channel a lot. I really love these. They did the Clark sole, the Samba upper, and it's all suede, really premium materials, very high retail. They actually only did a raffle on these, so if you didn't hit the raffle, you did not get them. Luckily, I did hit the raffle. There was also like an all tan pair, and then there was also a white and green pair. The white and green pair was really sick, but as you guys saw in the room over there, I had 2 pairs of white and green Sambas, so I ended up just getting the black ones. The only other pairs in here are gonna be right behind Chris. And these are just a couple more pairs of Converse. So we have the Golf of 4 Converse, really sick, pink joints. Wore those in Boston for the first time in like forever. I have the Off-White Converse as well. Just kind of had to do it, you know what I'm saying? I love Converse. Off-White did it, had to do it. I took this off though, like walking around with the hang tag, it just gets annoying after a little bit. And then my other pair of Golfs. I really love these purple joints. I wear these a lot. It's like a quilted velour, silky ass shoe. Really love this colorway. I didn't even realize I had this many purple shoes until we film sneaker collection videos. I always get reminded. And then the banger to end it off, make sure you drop a comment before I show you guys this one. Comment down a fire emoji in the comments, because we're gonna end it off with a bang. Got my kickers, because you never know what kind of situation you're gonna run into. Went to Nashville for Steven's birthday in February, had to cop. And then I have a bunch of random stuff in the closet, but it's just some of those older Vans that I was talking about. So that is basically an updated sneaker collection. Let me know what you guys think of this one down in the comments below. Let us know if you guys want to see Brandon's collection, Drew's collection. Maybe we circle back to Johnson. Johnson's got a lot of pickups. He's gotten rid of a lot of stuff. He's also picked up some new things. It's been 3 years now. That's our biggest YouTube video on the channel. So let me know if that's something you guys want to see. And as we creep into November, I want to tell you guys, it's your first year on the Common Hype channel. We do a Monday through Friday daily upload in the month of December. So if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. Don't miss out on that. Comment down below your favorite sneaker in my collection and leave a like on this video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.